I am going to try to be really quick because I have a lot to cover today, but basically, this past weekend marked 2 years of me working at Homestead Beer. And I'm really excited about that in some ways, but I'm also a little ticked off because in that 2 years, everyone at Homestead has managed to steal a lot of my intellectual property, and I'm ticked off. So I want to go on record publicly, kind of laying this stuff out here, and then things will sort themselves out, I'm sure. But 3MCs, it's a beer that Homestead makes. It's our double IPA, Magnum, Mosaic, Citrus, Centennial, and Simcoe. All right, that's the hop load. There's 24 pounds of those hops in just 15 barrels, which is an astronomical amount of hops. But you should know that originally, when I made this beer, it was called 4MCs, and it was called 4MCs because it was better than 3MCs. I don't have a calculator handy, but 4 is actually more than 3. So if you want to make something better, you add to it. Also should throw out there that there was an extra ingredient when I made that beer, which was cheese. If you've never had a beer with chunks of cheese sort of floating around in it, adds a whole new element, another dimension, and it was fantastic. But, they wanted to make something a little more accessible to the public. Great. 1805 Homestead Single Hop IPA made with Centennial. Delicious beer, but also kind of dated. 1805 was a long time ago when things like bifocals and swivel chairs were all the rave. I was more with the times, at least closer. My beer was called 1905 because inventions like, oh, I don't know, air conditioning, powered flight, tea bags, those were all things that you could get readily in 1905. And yes, that's true, tea bags were not invented until 1905 apparently, but I got it on the internet, so it has to be true. Pioneer Pilsner, German lager, great beer. You know what was better than Pioneer? Pioneerer. If you put an ER at the end of a word, it makes it better. It's a fact. I can prove that. Ellis Island Lager, nice, crisp American lager, full flavored, pleasant bitter. But that's not what I called it when I was in charge, when I was making that beer. It was called Ellis Peninsula. Peninsulas are a little bit safer. I am not a strong swimmer. I don't swim. So Ellis Peninsula, that was the way I wanted to go with it. This one really bugs me because I think this is a super lame name for a beer, Summer Wheat. Give me one of those, I don't know, like a summer wheat kind of beer. Oh, here's a summer wheat beer. It's like they tried to trick them. I was a lot more honest with my approach. I called it a refreshing American Heffy flavored with orange peel and coriander beer because people want to know what they're getting. Snake Oil, arguably our most popular beer. Some will say it's our best beer, but I called it Serpent Sauce. And this might have been for the better, because actually a good distinction to make here was that my version of this beer was extremely poisonous and would have by now killed thousands and thousands of people. So hats off to the Homestead guys for kind of taking the reins, and Snake Oil's a better option there. Galactic Heroes, one of our best beers and also one of the coolest names we have. And I had called it Heroes Who Are Galactic. Sort of passive voice. I like the way that came across, and they're a cool band. This is Galactic Heroes. And so maybe that one was better too. I don't know. Let you decide. Last but not least is this gem right here, our flagship beer, 10 penny. I had actually originally named this beer 11 penny, and I think out of respect and maybe to keep me from doing what I'm doing right now and exposing all of this BS, they went with one less, 10 penny. They could have gone with 12 penny, and that maybe would have been like rubbing my nose in a little bit, so they played it smart. But 10 penny, got a nice sweet malt, little hop pucker, very good stuff. Moral of the story is, guys, don't steal. Don't steal intellectual property, don't steal recipes, and don't steal Wing War tickets. This is August 13th at 5 p.m. It's the coolest thing we do at the brewery all year. The tickets are $30 each, and there are only 32 tickets left, I know, because I went last night. I paid $60 for these 2 tickets. I don't get free tickets. I can't give anybody free tickets. Um, and it's important that you understand that we're not just going to like release new tickets at the end. Like it's a finite amount of wings. We're having Aromaku, Dashing Diner, Hog's Head Barbecue, My Chow, Moe's Original, and Filibuster all come out with exactly enough wings for what we need to pull this off. So when you pay your $30, you're going to get 16 wings, a few from each of the places. You're going to get 3 pints of beer. There's a stamp here for each time you do that. You'll get a Wingmore pint glass, and you get 1 vote so that we get to see who wins the giant chicken wing trophy. That'll be August 13th at 5 p.m. at the brewery at 811 Irving Wick Drive in Heath, Ohio. Hope to see you, and thank you for listening.